Good morning, everybody. It's Sherry from Mature Beauty Studio. I wanted to come on today and talk to you just a little bit about concealer versus color correction. I know everybody out there is always looking for ways to conceal their dark spots, age spots, discoloration, and I wanted to come on today and just tell you, you do not have to conceal anymore. Really what you have to do is color correct. And the reason for that is pretty simple. Once we start doing color correction, we are erasing and getting rid of the areas we don't want to be seen, but we're not layering extra layers of foundation and concealer. I don't know about you, but when I used to buy concealers, I would get these really thick putty-like concealers to be thick enough to color all that discoloration. And by the time I got done, every wrinkle, every fine line, every pore on my face was totally emphasized. So when I found SEINT Beauty, I finally found a way to kind of get rid of those things that are bothering me, like this discoloration I have, the under eye darkness. I found a way to color correct that by just putting a thin coat of a different color on there. And once I put my main highlights over there, it just disappears. So I'm going to just kind of get right into it and show you exactly how that works today. So what I am going to do for a couple of my spots is I'm going to be using one of our highlight colors. And that particular color is Mango. It happens to have a little bit of an orange tint to it. And that works really well at kind of counteracting and color correcting what I have going on under here, which is more of a blue-green. It also takes care of my age spots really well. Now that color might not be your exact color correction color, and that's why I'd love for you to reach out to me. I can color match you or talk about color correction with you because there's so many options that we have available, so many different colors that will take care of those problems, whether you have melasma or rosacea or age spots or whatever it is. So I am going to just kind of dip into my Mango, and again, you use just a little bit. You can see I just touched my brush into that, and I'm going to just dot that right up here, kind of take care of that spot right there. And if you have any really tiny spots, you can use a smaller brush. In fact, I'm going to just show you doing this multitasker. This has a little bit finer end, so that's actually better. So what you want to do is when you're color correcting, you don't want to cover a whole area. You want to just go into the spot that you're correcting, and that's really key, because if you have a dark brown spot and then you have lighter skin around it, if you're kind of smearing it all over, it's not going to look right. Okay, so we want to just get the exact spot, just like that. So you can see what that did. That took good care of that age spot right there. And I also dotted it here. I'm going to just kind of hit this little spot on my nose. And then the other area where I have a lot of discoloration is under my eyes. You can see that there's that darkness. So I'm going to just go under that. And I am just going to go ever so lightly. I don't want a thick layer like I would do if I was concealing. I just want to color correct. So it's just canceling out those blue greens and getting more to my natural skin tone. Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? And I basically just hit it with a little bit of Mango. And again, up here, took care of that. This was a game changer for me, you guys. I don't know about you, but once you find something that works, it's like the angels are singing. So again, I'm just gonna kind of go under here. I got this wrinkly under eye skin, so I'm gonna just kind of pull that taut. And we always wanna be careful when we're working with the under eyes, just to do this ever so lightly and more of a tapping motion than a rubbing. We certainly don't wanna create any more wrinkles and get that skin any looser than it already is. Okay, so I have taken care of, let me see if I have anything else. I kind of feel like there's some discoloration on my chin, a couple spots. So I'm gonna just do a little dab, dab, dab. You can see what I'm doing is just kind of touching it into that color and then just pouncing it. So again, light layers. I have a little bit of a vein there, and I'm gonna just touch that spot. All right, so once I have that done, I'm ready to go with my highlight and contour. I like to do my contour first because that's actually a layer of makeup, and then I don't have to go over it with another coat. It's just a one coat. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start a little higher with my contour. We just learned some new ways of contouring lately. We used to go kind of directly under the cheekbone, and I've discovered for my face, I like to go up just a tad more, almost on the cheekbone, and it's gonna give me more of a lift. So you can see, I don't even have that blended, and you can kind of see what that's doing, right? Creating that contour and that shadow. And right now I'm using the detail brush, and I like this one because it has a really great end for doing that contour. It goes right on that cheekbone. So again, just dipping it in that contour, starting at the hairline, swiping down just a little bit. You can see I've created a nice contour right there, and we will blend in a minute. The other place I'm going to take the contour is kind of up near my hairline. And I'm going to contour. Now, if you have a fuller face, you're going to want to bring that contour all the way around, because that's going to slenderize your face. So we're creating a shadow with that contour. Now, because I've already color corrected up there, I'm going to be careful not to put my contour, my darker color right over there. Sometimes I do my contour and then my color correcting, because I might hit a little contour into that spot. The other place we're going to contour is right under here. And again, creating that shadow and getting rid of, if we have extra kind of, whatever that is going on, that jawliness. I want to create a nice even line, a nice sharp line there, and I will blend that out. So create a shadow and create a really nice jawline and around my chin. Okay, not going to blend yet. Next, I'm going to go in, and this is our 3D brush. This is, I can't say enough about this brush. This is probably my favorite for starting. This has two ends. They're both super soft. It's got the domed end, which is great for doing the brightening highlight under here, and this more rounded end, which is great for applying your makeup, blush, anything, and then blending. So I'm going to go in with my main highlight. Mine is amber. And again, everybody's skin tone is different, so I'm happy to color correct you and find your perfect color. And I'll show you where that's going. Kind of in between where I put my contour. Right there, just kind of dabbing it in. And you can stipple, you can kind of blend. Again, don't get too heavy-handed. Just a touch of this makeup goes a long way. And a little bit around the sides of my face. I'm going to come in with my brightening highlight in the next areas that I haven't gotten to yet. So the brightening highlight is really going to create this triangle of light in the center of your face. So it's going to go, you'll see where I do it, but it's kind of up here, down your nose, and then under your eyes. And this is kind of magical. And I wear a couple of different brightening highlights depending on what my skin looks like. So you can see what that does. I'm using Aura today. There's one called Sunlit that has a little bit more of a yellow. So if I want more of a pop of yellow, if I'm looking a little sallow, I might use that one. Today I'm going to use my Aura. Actually, I'm going to go in. I like the other end of this detail brush is a really tiny end. So if I want to be really more precise, it's real soft. That's a great brush for doing this triangle under your eyes. Especially for us mature ladies, we want to keep that kind of light. We don't want to get too heavy-handed and be pulling skin. Okay, and I'm going to just go down the center of my nose with that one and up into my forehead. And we're going to blend this all out in a minute. And right down here. So just pretend you're going all the way down the center, and then you've done these upside down triangles under your eyes. Okay, that's our brightening highlight. Now, can you see what a difference that made from when I started with my dark under eyes using my concealer, or not my concealer, my color correction Mango, just tapping out that discoloration. Okay, and I haven't even blended yet. And now what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of lip and cheek color. I love those colors because they can be used for your lips and your cheeks. So I am going to go in with a little ruby today. It's actually what I have on my lips. And again, just dot it right above that contour. You don't need much, and I probably already put too much on. It's amazing how pigmented this stuff is. So you get these little tins and you think there's hardly anything in there, but they last for months and months. All right, so I'm going to do my blend now. The contour I'm going to blend. I'll just kind of get that lip and cheek off my brush. I'm going to blend that contour up into my forehead. Down here, I'm going to just kind of lightly swirl and blend into my neck. And again, don't take off all the product. Just be careful about blending. Okay, and now we're going to take that contour and push that right up into our lip and cheek. And again, you'll get used to doing this. You just got to do it a few times and you're gonna get it. If that blush looks a little too hot, go ahead and just kind of keep blending until it gets to the color you want. Sometimes I blend and I just let it sit for a minute because I have to kind of get used to it and make sure it's the right color. Okay, so kind of blend this up. And you can see I really did kind of go a little crazy with that cheek color. I must need a little blush today. I was feeling a little dark. Okay, now I'm going to do kind of push that brightening highlight up. We don't want any lines, so we're kind of blending the brightening highlight with the main highlight. And they're so blendable. They're totally blendable. Once you get this done, you're like, what? That's how easy it is. So I'm going to kind of come in close and you can kind of see what I'm doing. So I want you to take a look at those under eyes. I did that color correcting, so that really got rid of that dark color. My age spot, did a pretty good job with that. I got a little bit of contour on it, so maybe I want to just kind of go over that. Just make sure that is nice and corrected. Okay. So there you have it. That's how easy it is. So do not worry about doing concealer. Don't get those thick concealers. I have so many here. I'm just looking at my old makeup today. Like, I had all these little things that I used to use, and it was so thick and icky looking. And I feel like once I get this makeup on, it's light and natural. It stays all day. The final step you might want to take is just take your perfector sponge. I just spritz that with a little of our Stay Spray, and that just does this final blend. Make sure everything is blended in, the makeup is set, it's not going to move, and it's going to last for a long time. It's going to last all day. So that's kind of the final step to really ensure that this makeup is not going anywhere. So I love this. I will never go back to concealer again. I hated the way it looked. I hated that cakiness and heaviness. I want to look natural. I want to look my age, but the best I can look for my age. So this really, I think, does a great job. So if you want to get color corrected, or if you have any skin conditions that need some color correcting, please reach out to me. I love doing that. I love helping figure out what your particular skin issues are and how we can solve them. So please just message me and I'll be happy to help you. All right, guys, you have a great day. Okay, I found one final thing that I forgot, because I'm always forgetting things when I'm doing these videos. I went in, I just noticed I color corrected under my eyes, so I kind of left those. I just went in right now and did a little bit of this cocoa eyeshadow underneath. And that's the key to a nice, soft, finished eye, is using your eyeshadow under the eye. Instead of a sharp liner or pencil, just kind of dip your domed end to this eyeshadow brush and bring that around, and it is amazing. It just finishes your eye off, but yet it's nice and soft. One other quick trick, as long as I'm on, is I'm going to take this multitasker brush and I'm dipping it into Linen, which is one of our really light highlight shades, and I'm just going to go under my brow bone. Can you see the difference? That gives it just a really nice lift. I love that touch of Linen. One of the other artists on our team showed this trick, and I couldn't believe how pretty it is at lifting that eye bone. The other spot that I like to do is take that same linen and go right in here. So if you kind of bring this lightness to the corner and kind of under, can you see the difference that makes? Really lightens that up, doesn't it? Sometimes that area of our eye gets so dark too, kind of in here. So oh yeah, I almost poked myself in the eye, sorry. I just like to take a little linen, do that. Really lightens that up. Also, I'm gonna show you one final thing too. There's always one final thing with me. All right, I am gonna put a little illuminator on because I'm feeling like I need a little glimmer today. So I'm going in with one of my powder illuminators. I'm using Glamazing today. And truthfully, this is pretty Glamazing. You don't need a lot. But I just put that at the very highest point of my cheekbone, just to add a little glimmer. And it's also nice if you want to just put a little bit on your nose and your Cupid's bow down there. I may have gone a little crazy, but isn't that pretty? A little shimmery. All right, I'm ready for the day. Hope you are too. See y'all later. Bye.